I woke up this morning and all the posts on my timeline were about Bronny James scoring 30 points for the Lakers G League team, and everyone's saying Bronny's starting to figure it out. Bronny's still, he's getting there, he's getting the hang of these things. It's his first game on the road for the G League Lakers. They're yet to win on the road this season. They did not win last night. They were up almost 20. They still lost. I'm not going to go full Skip Bayless, don't worry. I'm not going to harp on about how he had two shots to close out the game where they could have gone to overtime or they could have won and he didn't make them. But what I am going to do is break down the footage and talk about what he did do well and a few things that he could improve on in his young G League career. Because first and foremost, I feel a bit sorry for Bronny James. Like, really and truly, he should still be in college, working on his game. But he came into the draft, second round pick, cool. But so much pressure, so much expectation just because of who his dad is. Whatever. You're going to comment either saying that you think he's a spoiled rich kid who's only got his place in the league because of his dad, or you're going to comment showing some support for him. Either way, I don't care. I just appreciate the comments because we're trying to grow this channel. But what we're going to do is break down this footage. Okay, first play of the game. What the G League Lakers are trying to do, they're trying to run some of the actions that the normal Lakers will run. So you're going to have what looks like a simple pick and roll here, and you're going to have this man screening. So it's called a stack. It's called a Spain, whatever you want to call it. Okay, Bronny gets downhill. Now, I like the idea here of him trying to throw this lob up, but you got to know your personnel. KYP, know your personnel, because that was just never going to happen. But it's all right. It's all right. We've got to settle into this game. There's a few nerves on the road. If you start the game off with an alley-oop like that, you're setting a tone. This time, okay, off the pick and roll, he's coming downhill. He goes with his left. That's just that's not an ideal shot to be taken over the big man trying to block that shot either. There's still time, to work it, but let's get into some of the good stuff that happened. Let me not be too critical. A lot of pick and roll stuff, okay? And the Valley, I don't know what their name is. Let me see their name. The Valley Suns, the Phoenix Suns G League team. You can tell I don't watch a lot of G League, but I'm just doing this footage because hopefully talking about Bronny gets me a lot of views. I'm not going to lie to you guys. They're going under on screens. There's absolutely nobody guarding Bronny. So once this play happens and he pulls up with confidence and he knocks it down, they're going to go under on the screens. Look at that. The defender is going under. The big man is playing in drop. That's leaving Bronny wide open every time. So he's just going to keep pulling up and cashing these in. And I love that. Early in the game to build your confidence, back-to-back threes. Now, this is an action that the Lakers love to run. It's a horn set with two players at the elbows here. They're set up a little bit high. But essentially, the ball is going to go to one. And then he's going to cut off here. Or he would have the option of cutting here because this man would screen for him. That's the set that they've got. This time it's a simple give and go, and boom, nice layup. He finishes with the outstretched arm, avoiding the defender's attempt at altering the shot. Now, you've got to think about it. He's hit 2 threes already off the pick and roll. He's just been attacking downhill. So the Suns are expecting, the defenders are expecting Bronny to be coming up here to collect the ball. He does a great job of making this read because he can see that this space is open over here and he's simply going to cut back door and throw down the alley-oop. That was a great read from Bronny. Shout out to him. All right. On defense this time. Oh, not even defense. In transition. He didn't do nothing on defense. But in transition, this is just great passing. That's in the DNA. Beautiful. On the money. Lob pass. Much better than the first one. Now we'll talk about the defense. Active. The big man's bringing the ball down low. We talked about that in the Jalen Suggs video from the other day. He strips it and the Lakers come away. Great instincts there from Bronny. Let's see what's happening this time. Another screen roll. They're going for that same. You remember that first play where the big screens and then the other player screens the big man so that the big can dive to the hoop. The shooter can pop out or Bronny can create for himself. Let's see what he does here. This time, he takes it to the paint. But this is where he's going to grow and learn more. Because as soon as you see this help defender coming across, you have to hit the corner. You got a white guy standing in the corner. Respectfully, that's going to be a bucket. You got to hit the corner there instead of the tough finish over the defense. You got to hit the corner there. The second you see the help defender coming across, you got to be aware that that's wide open. But these are things he's going to learn. He just needs to get more minutes and more reps. I'm not mad at this. I'm not hating on the kid. I'm just showing possible areas for improvement. I like this one. Easy. Walk into a 3. He looks just like LeBron doing that. The DNA is strong. The genetics are strong. I'm not going to lie. Great shot. This time, he's matched up with the big. He's got maybe a mismatch. I don't know enough about the G League. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if this is a mismatch, but let's see what he does. A little cross. He tries to push off with his left arm, loses control. That handle needs to be tighter. But as soon as this defender has committed, you've got to dot that, because it's probably going to end up in a corner 3, because he's going to have to rise to that shooter there. His teammate cuts. All right. If he's going to be late on the pass, his teammate's cutting. And you might think, all right, cool, let's get the bounce pass through here. But no, when you're a great NBA player, when you learn, and over time these skills take to mature, the defenders that you have to watch, you have to be watching these backline help defenders. Look at Chris Paul or Luka or any of these great players with a high IQ. That they're not worried about the guy that's in front of them. They're worried about these guys over here. So as his teammate cuts from the hash, he's got to see that this man is coming here and his body's turned. This is the pass you've got to make. He's going to come up to the 45. That's the pass that he should be looking to make. But like I said, it's a learning process. They'll go over this in film and he'll make these reads next time and he'll get the hang of it. This time, a nice crossover to the hoop, finishes with the right. That's just a nice, simple move. Look, crossover, great change of pace, uses his body positioning with the outstretched right hand again. That's his favorite type of layup that we're seeing in the G League. But this time, there's just some things that need to be quicker. And this is why I said at the start, he was kind of playing my career. You know, my career on 2K, you want to take every shot. This time, this defender is way out of position. Way out of position. And to be fair, this player here, he should have shot the ball. Brother, you're wide open. You're wide open. Let it fly. I guess corner 3s are a point of emphasis because they're a high percentage shot. But you see in the big starting to close out, that ball needs to go straight back to your teammate, because this guy's not even got up to recover yet. That's just got to be a straight ping back and let him shoot it. Instead, it kind of grinds to a halt. He's thinking about the jab step. That jab step's not doing nothing. That's just for show. You know, really, if you was going to throw a proper jab step, maybe you could go baseline on that and find a teammate. But he just shoots over the big. That doesn't go down. That's cool. That's cool. You're learning. You're learning. This time, look at the strength. He manages to brush off the opposition player. And it's a great finish. Fantastic finish. All right, now we get to the fourth quarter. The Valley Suns are back in the game. It's a 4-point game. Look at all of this space, though. You seeing all of this. As soon as Bronny's seen that, he knows he's going to go and attack. That's exactly what he does. And it's interesting that he decided to go with his left. Most players here would go with their right, because you've only got this defender and a one help from the corner, and then you can find the corner 3. But he's decided to split in between these two and get downhill. Fair play to him, because it worked. Really tough finish with the inside hand layup. That's a tough finish to make. I'm actually impressed by that. This time, rejects the pick. The Lakers do a great job of rescreening. Comes off the pick. A snatchback 3. That's not going to go, but I kind of like the process. You're in a situation where the other teams come back in the game. It's a 2-point game. There's not too many other options on the court right now. You're getting yourself a clean look. Like, obviously, the defender's there contesting, but with more reps, these shots will start to maybe go down. I'm not mad at that one. This time, I don't know if he can shoot. I don't know enough about the Lakers G League players to know if he can shoot, but there's the open pass there. But look at the hang time on that. That's pretty impressive. That's a pretty impressive bucket, man. That's good shit. This time, off the inbounds. You've always got to be aware of the inbounder getting the ball back. That's exactly what they go to. And it's the same action that we've talked about. Simple sets that they're running. You've got a screen-to-screener kind of vibe going on here. And then Bronny could come off here. He goes downhill into traffic, though. And, like, this isn't the greatest decision in the world. But because of his athleticism, he actually makes it work. And these are some real impressive buckets here. Like, yeah, he's taken so many shots. He's taken 23 shots in 25 minutes. That's cool. But you got to get the reps in. I'm not mad at it. I'm actually not mad at it. And this time, again, look when he gets the ball. Bronny's not even in his sight. You know, he thinks that this screen is going to be solid enough to get him a wide open shot. Bronny doesn't give up on the play, and he blocks the 3-point attempt. I love that. You know what? I respect it. All right. Once again, the Lakers G League team, they just keep going to this one set. And it's simple and it works for the most part. Okay. And this time, he, instead of screening the big, just turns into a second screener for Bronny. Fair play. All right. Let's see what happens here. The big gets caught on the screen. He's wide open. I'll probably go for the little floater over the top here because this man is dropped too deep. You can get that floater to drop in over the top. Oh, that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. I didn't even watch these highlights before I start breaking them down. So shout out to Bronny. This time, all right, he's coming off the pick. The defender goes under, but because the pick was set a little bit high, he has time to get under and recover. So that's cool. But Bronny's comfortable. He steps into that one. That doesn't fall. But again, these are the reps. You've got to be getting these reps. He's not going to get these reps in the NBA. And if you're going to be a guard in the NBA, these are the kind of shots you got to take. So I'm not mad at him taking these shots. This is all good. Once again, isolated on the big. I feel like the decision making needs to be better when he's isolated on the bigs. Because settling for the step back with a tall defender contesting you is not optimal. But like I said, get your reps in, bro. Get your reps. All right. This time, now you're down. Now you're down 7. Now you're down 7. 3 minutes to go. You got to start getting some offense here. He drives left. Look at the strength again. Keeps his dribble. Readjusts in the air. That's a big bucket. Looks at the ref saying that should be a foul. Okay. Defender jumps the lane. As soon as this defender is out of position, you know it's go time. Yeah? Goes straight to the hoop. Finishes with the right. Fantastic. All right. That was great from Bronny. Now we're going to go full Skip Bayless here because this is what he'd be harping on about. But 2-point game. There's a 11-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Maybe I wouldn't have waited. Maybe I would have gone earlier to get a 2-for-1 here. That would have been good clock management. But you will work with what you got. Let's see what Bronny can do. Crosses right to left. Goes downhill. Defender does a great job of contesting that. And that's a horrible attempt. I'm not going to lie. Because once again, you just got to be able to read the help and know that it's time to move the ball. This is what his dad does a great job of. If they're going to bring one defender here and if he's going to come across and help, you got to be able to find those. But I'm not mad at him for trying to get a bucket there. It is what it is. This time, you're down 4 with 12 seconds left in the game. You got to get a 3 here. That's not a bad move. I mean, that's not a bad move. The only thing I would say is going for the behind the back there doesn't create that much separation. Do you know what I mean? Like, he does a good job. It's a clean look, but the defender's taller than him so he can contest. And he manages to get it to miss. So shout out to Bronny. I'm going to be real with you guys. I really don't care for the Lakers G League team, but I'm trying to grow a YouTube channel, so I thought putting Bronny in the title will get me some clicks. So hopefully it did, and you can subscribe. Because if you look at the rest of the channel, it's actually pretty good NBA breakdowns, if I do say so myself. But shout out to Bronny, man. Like, I can't knock anyone chasing their dream. And I respect it. Even though you can say he's only got drafted because of his dad. Hey, man, at the end of the day, he's still got to go out there, put in the work in the weight room, put in the work in practice, get out there and play basketball. I respect it. Shout out to Bronny. Not a shout out to the Lakers G League team. They're now 0-6 on the road. And they should have won that game. They were up pretty big in the first half. But shout out to Bronny, man. Shout out to you guys if you're watching. And if you want to see more breakdowns, let me know. If this video does bang off, maybe I'll do more Bronny breakdowns. I just want to give the people what they want. So comment what you want to see breakdowns of. And yeah, until next time, get buckets.